Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Dussault, and welcome to the Purpessence podcast. All right, this is the first Q&A episode of the podcast where I will be answering your personal questions. They can be about life, problems you're having, quirky, funny questions, random questions. It doesn't matter. And I decided to do this and squeeze this in for the week because I had a little bit of people ask me some questions, and I'm like, bam, questions and answers. I need a title for it. So if one of you want to shoot me a message and come up with a title, I would be much obliged. All right, let's get this started. I'm going to do this in order of questions I received. So they get a little deep and they get a little, well, you'll find out. All right. This one is an anonymous person. What is the biggest thing that's happened in your life which impacted who you are now? Well, that one was that one's hard to answer, so I'm going to try to answer it as simple as I can, because I could go off on a tangent and speak a whole hour easily just on this question. So the biggest event/thing that's impacted my life is my two kids, Asher and Eden. I've grown and learned so much as a person just because of those two. And Asher is 3.5 years old, and and his little sister's 10 months old. And yeah, I learned a whole lot. I would say I'm a new person now. I made sure I was financially stable for their future, so I didn't want to have kids until I knew I could support them. So I was able to buy a house, buy a car, and make sure they could go to a decent school. I learned how to master compassion and patience. Oh yeah, what's sleep again? Yeah, I don't know what that is anymore. I learned how to be my true, loving, and stupid, corny self. Now, I was stupid corny before, but now, man, my dad jokes and my corns, I'm like 10 out of 10 corns right now. I'm on my game. I learned what's the right thing to do, especially when the time matters. No matter my emotions, no matter the circumstance, situation, no matter who's around, I learned what's the right thing to do. Which is, it's hard, because emotions, I tell you, they are one hell of a driver. I learned about fear of losing them, fear of their vulnerability, because when they're not around me, I feel like worried, because I feel like I'm their protector. I've reached my high peaks and low dark holes with them. I've made Asher laugh so hard and so much he couldn't breathe. Eden stops me dead in my tracks with how stunning she is and how much she brightens the room. But I've also hit rock bottom with them. I've cried in the shower because it's the only place I felt safe to cry. Because when I grew up, I was taught men don't cry. So I can basically count on one hand how many times I've cried in my life. So kind of learned not to do that. And it was kind of humiliating that I had to hide in the shower, away from everyone to do that. I've slept on my friend's couch, essentially homeless, left feeling utterly worthless. But it took all of that to find out who I am and how to work on myself. All right, next question. Biggest pet peeve, also from a anonymous person. My biggest pet peeve is, say, okay, there's a silent room. Someone's eating, smacking their lips while open mouth chewing. Oh, man, it's like all I can hear. I can't think about anything. That and when people say sorry for no reason. Like they step on your feet and they say sorry. Or, oh, wait. I mean, no, they better say sorry. I mean, like if I step on their feet and then they say sorry. Or people that constantly say sorry. It's not like I'm mad at them when they do that, but you don't need to be sorry. All right, next question. Ever smoke weed? Okay, next question. What is the strangest thing that has ever happened to you? This is from Sam. One day, I all of a sudden started dreaming in color. I have very vivid, lucid dreams. And when there's a video game called Skyrim, and a lot of the times I'll put on the Skyrim Atmospheres soundtrack, and when that plays while I'm sleeping, I usually play this, it's called Tavern. It's just like taverns, like a pub, a bar, and it's just like you hear crowd chatter and for a while, and then you hear some instruments come in, and it's like an hour long, and it starts from the height, like the most popular hour till bar close, so the chatter gets less and less, and that's the engine for my lucid dreaming. That's the best thing I could do. When I play that, I have crazy dreams, and I will tell you about two dreams. I actually made a very in-depth outline for two novels, all from a dream, because I was going to be laid off from work, and I thought I could do something really big, and I was like, I could write a novel. And then instead of dreaming about one novel, I dreamed so much, it was like it fit into breaking down into two books. So I had to write this outline, and that was my whole goal. I'm like, if I get this layoff, I'm going to write this. And I ended up not getting the layoff. And I liked when I commit to something, I want to really commit to it. So when the time is right, I'll get back to it. If not, it's a really cool idea. One book is about a futuristic sci-fi canine unit, and it's a young rookie in Chicago, and his canine companion joining the canine unit. It's in the future. The other one is about a man that forwards into the future every time this parasitic worm feeds off of his brain. So he has this worm like in his brain, and every time it like feeds, he into the future, and he goes so far in the future. It's like, well, I haven't got that far, but it just goes really far into the future. And I also have my own Skyrim-esque landscape in my dreams when I dream. So like very mountainy and foresty. All right, next question. Are you really alive? From DJ. So this is another one I could be talking about for 3 hours. So I'm going to put this in a simple answer. So first we need to define what it means to be alive. In the purest essence, it comes down to consciousness. Humans are probably the most conscious life force, at least on this planet. Some people are more conscious than others, I believe. But then how can I prove anyone else is conscious besides, well, myself? Maybe the majority of people walking around are just mindless beings. Brains in a vat. Maybe some people have the illusion of consciousness just to try to fool me. To me, to be alive is to love, make yourself vulnerable, and being involved in uncontrollable situations with uncontrollable results. Then magically everything just fits together. As long as you stay true to yourself, you'll be alive. Most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you. This is from Emily. All right, this is real big confession. I can't believe I'm actually saying this. Other than my daily life, I pooped my pants while driving. I thought it was a fart, but it ended up extremely bad. I had to drive home with poop pants and do the walk of shame into my house. Hey, you happy now, Emily? God. Do you fish or hunt? From Roger. I used to fish when I was a kid. I would love to hunt. I have a double under shotgun, and I've never actually used it, and I've been aching to go out and use it. I need a partner though. I don't really want to solo hunt. I feel like that'd be a good thing to do with a partner. I mean, you don't have to talk or nothing. Just go out and just chill and just soak in the wildlife and do some hunting. Sounds fun. All right, that is it for the Q&A. Yay. All right, well, thank you, everyone, for the questions. And if you have a question, feel free to find Purpessence on Facebook or Instagram and shoot us a message. You can go to www.purpessence.com. You can also email a question at sm@purpessence.com. And maybe we can get another one of these going sometime. Thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate the questions, and I really appreciate you guys and girls listening to this. This podcast is really special to me, and I've had some people that came up to me and really liked what they heard, and that they feel it, basically. So I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe and rate the podcast.